Welcome back to Cure for the Common Game. Today, in deck number 689, we're going to talk about Seraph, the Realm Eater. Now, for 3 mana, we get a 3/3 wolf. Whenever a permanent an opponent controls is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, it gets a 1/1 counter. And then this is where it gets kind of wordy. At the beginning of your upkeep, if it has one or more +1/+1 counters on it, you may remove all of them. Not one, not some, all. If you do, exile each other non-land permanent with mana value less than or equal to the number of counters removed this way. There was an old black-green artifact that kind of did that. You could pop it when you wanted to. Can't think of it. Is it Plaguein? No. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyway. So, you have the option. I have seen this deck played. I did not play it, but I played against it. And I'll be honest with you, I had forgotten about that second line there. During the upkeep, wiping the board, I don't know. I didn't expect it. Anyway, this is pretty much removal deck, right? Because, it's black and green, and we want anyway. So, but spells cost mana, so let's get into our... This seems like a little much on the ramp end. Anyway, we have Sol Ring, Llanowar Elf, Commander Sphere, Moss Diamond, Charcoal Diamond, Fyndhorn Elf, Golgari Locket, Cultivate, Wayfarer's Bauble, Farseek, Spectral Searchlight, Golgari Signet, Elvish Mystic, Pristine Talisman, Rampant Growth, Golgari Cluestone, Leyline Prowler. That's a lot. Now, the Leyline Prowler is obviously in there because of the Death Touch. Man, you want to see people swing somewhere else and not at you, just have an untapped Death Toucher out there. But for card draw, we don't have a whole lot of card draw. We have Rites of Flourishing, because I'm Brian Canada. Sign in Blood, Ancient Craving, Harmonize, Read the Bone. So let's get in. The removal section is just about every other card for the rest of the deck, right? So these are the creatures. Now, we have Shriek Maw, because it's a great card. Merciless Executioner. Each player is going to sacrifice a creature on that one. Vulture Zombie is an amazing magic card for this specific deck. Corpsejack Menace is going to double those counters on our commander. Overseer of the Damned. Yeah, that last line there. You just get zombies just cuz? Okay. Falthus is going to give your commander Death Touch. And Menace, because, there might come a time where we have enough +1 counters where we can just start one-shotting people. Acidic Slime. It says permanent. Seraph says permanent. It doesn't say non-land, so whatever. Ambush Viper. Because that's a green Doomblade at the right moment, It's a flash. Boom. I'm a block. Finn. Yeah, there's some Death Touch going around here. We have Solemn Simulacrum. Butcher of Malakir. Yeah. I lose, you lose. Just like that. Fleshbag Marauder. Reclamation Sage doing that double duty. Vampire Nighthawk having the Death Touch. Glissa has Death Touch. And she can get back some of those artifacts. Maybe, Land Fetcher. Swarm of Bloodflies. Same thing. Another creature dies. This doesn't even care whose creature it is. And then the Deathbringer Regent. Most of the time, you're not going to cast this unless it does the destroy all other creatures part of it. So then we have our spell removal. Tribute to the Wild. It's going to get some permanents in graveyards, right? as well as Doomblade, Ultimate Price, Killing Wave, Deadly Tempest, Putrefy, Languish. This is just, I mean, telling you just. Now, the Winter's Grasp could be questionable, but there are those lands that absolutely got to go. And, you know, we're going to make sure of it. Cruel Edict. The Gaze of Granite I did see play. That game saw two Gaze of Granites. That's hard to say fast. Of course, I'm from Tennessee. Everything's hard to say fast. Hex. Now that I know how this works, thank y'all very much, by the way. It is way better. Its stock has risen, in my opinion. Cast Down. Return to Nature. Seal of Doom. Binding of the Old Gods I count as removal because that chapter 1 just says bam. And then, this, I mean, there's no part of this we don't like, right? It destroys a permanent when it comes in. We've paid 4 mana for that before, right? And then, we get a Rampant Growth. Not really, because it's going to be a forest. And then we get Fynn becomes awesome. That's what it is. Dregs of Sorrow. It's kind of mana intensive, but you know what? Evidently we can do it. Murder. Status and Stature. One side gives Death Touch, the other one is just pop that thing. And then we have Vraska. Vraska is, I mean, we definitely have a way to protect her with the amount of creatures that we have. Destroy target non-land permanent is beautiful. That's not what we want to be doing with Vraska, but in a pinch, we can do it. We want to be doing that ultimate, but it's rough to play Planeswalkers banking on that ultimate when you're not running a doubling season type effect, you know. Anyway, our 4 other cards, the Diabolic Tutor, Turmoid's Crypt, the Invigorating Surge I really like because our commander is getting 1/1 counters. Yeah. And then we have Paragon of the Open Graves, mainly because it passes out the Death Touch. And that brings us to our non-basic lands. We have the Darkboar Pathway, Woodland Chasm, Witherbloom Campus, Vivid Grove, Terramorphic Expanse, Command Tower, Tainted Wood, Evolving Wilds, Foul Orchard, Golgari Rot Farm, Rogue's Passage, Golgari Guildgate, and the Jungle Hollow. And that is what we have got for Saurof. Yeah, it's definitely, I found out it is hard to keep creatures on the board with this particular deck. So if you've got a, I would say just about, if you see Saurof across the table from you, don't bank on keeping creatures handy. Or figure out a way to produce a whole lot of creatures, right? Well, that is number 689 that is done. We're going to go put it on the wall. We're getting there. I appreciate everybody. Thank you all so much for watching, and we're going to go ahead and shuffle and cut.